Now then, welcome back to another episode on the VISOCraft server. And today I am joined by Octa. Octa's back.
Yeah.
And the Juicy Pixel.
Yo!
They're busy over there, just on the horizon over there, doing some work over there. Well, I've been figuring out bits and pieces for this castle. It's starting to become more castle-like by the day. It's getting there. I'm going to have to do something with this bridge still. Not sure on bridges. Maybe I'll ask Juicy to come over and help me with this bridge at some point, eh? So a big arched support bridge to go into the castle proper. I've got both of the gate towers sort of worked out. There might be a few blocks here and there that I'll change around and mess about with. But it's quite a formidable site, quite a formidable defensive position that looks like it should be the perfect place to get to and hold out in a PvP Hunger Games. But in actual fact, there are so many holes and ways in, like this little pokey hole here at the bottom of this tower, where you have to just sort of get in and swim up the water just a little ways and find your way onto this ladder. If somebody's above you right now, then you've got a disadvantage. But if you're sneaking in, you can probably get quite close to whoever's operating out of the castle without them noticing. And you're in. It's pretty good. And there's a few turrets that you can sort of keep an eye on out of. More than one person could probably defend this castle pretty well. But mostly, you're only going to find you're playing one person. And one person's trying to hold the castle. Not likely that teams are going to take place very often. And then in the Great Hall of the main tower, I've built a sort of a rickety old flooring with some beams and stuff. And you even have to sort of do a little jump to get up there if you want to take that high ground. And there's a lot of little holes in here. Who's that down there? See? Snuck up on me. Didn't even see him. You're going to bone meal a mushroom. No, don't. But it's quite easy to be fighting up here, and there's a bit broken out here for more shooting range, and people could pick you off and knock you over. There's plenty of places to fall through, and if you lose your grip, and you're down. Or places to run and hide when somebody's chasing you around trying to kill you. There's plenty of access and escape. That's the idea of the castle. It's a good vantage point when you've got bow and arrows and vantage point, but as soon as somebody gets into the castle, then it sucks. Sucks to be you. All of the mushrooms, Juice. All of the mushrooms. And then down here, now we've got this sort of like gateway that I started out just today. Kind of working out. I'm not happy on these stairs though. These stairs leading up to it don't look quite right. They need a lot of attention, I think. I started by using like half slabs to get up and down because I wanted it to run up, and then I used some stairs, and yeah, not so keen. I think I need some flatter areas on it to mess about with it a little bit, but it's there for now. We'll change that around, change that up a bit. Hey, who's been firing the boat? Octa's testing out the battlements, firing down on the Juicy Pixel.
Long range.
Sneaky Swede.
Seeing a battle in progress here. Where is he? On top of the mushroom? Which one? That one? We can just pull the mushroom away from under his feet.
Oh, he's on a pillar all the way over there.
Long range, Chad said.
It's miles away.
Yeah.
I see.
3 arrows.
Yeah, I'm out of them soon.
And then I've got this little bathroom latrine area over here. We've got a little water feature. Let's wash your hands. Yep. And lots of latrines with pit going down into the water. Escape routes for those that wish to get out of the castle quickly. You just pop a hatch and just jump down into the water. One of them, not this one, but oh yeah, this one, has got a ladder on it, so you can attack the castle from beneath the latrines. Along this waterways, I'm still figuring out this waterway system. I still want to make it a bit different to what it is right now. But the idea was to have some water that you had to like climb over or jump over to slow you down as you're attacking the castle. And then if you get up into the castle, you've got to get through the water stream and fight your way in. And if anyone comes to intercept you right now, you're probably in a bad way as well, fighting your way into the underside of the latrines. Then you can get up and into the castle that way, sneak up. There will be the trapdoor noise, which may signal the defenders that you're here. And this area here is probably going to be some sort of great eating hall with a big grand table of some kind. It's all ideas at the minute, but these ideas are coming together and working themselves out and sort of just playing with blocks, placing blocks around. Keeping it cheap with cobblestone and wood. Juicy suggests removing a couple of these wooden planks that going on this diagonal here because it looks a bit too clean cut, which we'll probably replace with some mycelium at some point, just to break it down a little bit. All in all, it's looking pretty good so far. I quite like this section, the gate section on this bit here, where it splits off into two different directions. It's just those steps leading down to what will be a port harbour distribution area with a load of crates and stuff. That bit's not quite right. Need to do walls around the edges and things like that. Got lots to do. Plenty of time to do it though, because we're gonna just keep busy over here for a little while. I want to come and have a look to see what you guys have been up to now though. Where are you? You're still fighting amongst yourselves somewhere?
No, we're good now.
Back over at spawn.
Yep.
Well, spawn of, yeah.
Well,
Spawn of sorts. It's quite
spawn
difficult.
of the dead.
It's quite difficult to get across the water to get to the castle as well. That gives some real advantage to whoever might actually be up there.
I was going to do something with this cliff by here at some point too.
Yeah? It looks a bit clean and dirt at the minute, doesn't it? Clean and dirt. Yeah, it looks a bit smooth dirt right now.
Yeah.
But it looks like it could be something, some other little like battlements, some other little spot, something interesting.
Maybe some handmade tree on here or something.
Yeah. A tree that's had a mushrooms growing into it and growing off of it, whenever that's possible. Having mushrooms coming out of the tree, like a mini fungal something growing off a tree that's grown really
toe
big.
Infection.
A fungal toe infection, yeah.
Oh, that's a bit random. Oh, yeah, we're just down by here.
I like all these bits. I like these little roadways and pathways and stuff that lead to places. I tend to do lots of structural stuff, like building the structures. But all this little detail work leading to places, lots of random placement of blocks. Whatever you happen to have in your base that you're not using goes into the flooring and display just all around the place. And his little parkour course over here, which I've already fell off. I would dislike parkour, but this looks achievable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Fairly achievable anyway. I just failed the first jump again. And I like that there's hidden chests underneath the bridge with loads of loot in. That's very good.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's
I
intentional.
Didn't know about. I totally forgot about that until you just mentioned.
It was in your video. It was in your last video. You pointed it out in the last video. I was thinking that's actually a cool place to hide some, because I hadn't seen that yet. I'd been and had a look at see what you've been building over here, but I hadn't seen the chest under there. So I probably need to get something redstoned up to have a feed go into that at some point.
Yeah.
And then
that build's not totally finished yet, but
it looks a bit like it should be some kind of church. It's the beginnings of some kind of church on a like a, I don't know,
monk's church.
Yeah, just a little isolated church where the taint hasn't quite got to from the mushroom biome yet.
The Swedish monks live.
Where all the Swedish monks live. Is that right?
Yeah.
To eat their special gattos that are actually sandwiches.
The cake sandwiches. This is meant to look like the roads caved in a little bit by here. Just broken. Something, I don't know.
Broken down.
I might take this bit off by here though, because we're building out over in this direction a bit.
Smorgas starter. So what's this that you've been busy on today then? Because I've been over there at my castle. I haven't seen any of this. What's all this about?
Kind of a community lodgings area, whatever that means. community
lodgings. Just buildings. Just some buildings.
Yeah, I would guess this is just to show something.
Okay, let me guess. Has Juicy been working on one of these?
No.
No, so these are all Octa's buildings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I've just been doing some and I've been doing some. Can you tell the difference?
That's what I was trying to figure out. Which ones Juicy had built, which ones Octa had built. I would say. Now this is a good random mishmash of stuff that looks good together, but I would say Octa because he had all the wood and cobblestone in his inventory.
Mm-hmm.
And this side looks a little bit more structured and got lots of detail in it. Goes up to the next floor, which I presume Juicy is planning on having some build at the top there. Looks a little bit more like the Spawn hotel in a way.
Oh, it does a bit, doesn't it?
A little bit. But then it's upturned steps leading up to an upper floor, and there's wooden pillars dividing up the walls. So what else could you come up with? It's pretty impossible not to have the same sort of thing going on again.
Maybe it could be a brewery, this one.
A brewery? Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I can feel a brewery coming on.
You need some beers.
And not sure about this one over here yet, but just getting the layout done.
Yeah, it's a little flat.
There's a little bit of a nook in by here, just to give it a bit.
Maybe
just
that's where
make
the
shape
chest
really
could
and
be.
just go along with it and see what happens.
Dig down, get the chest in that corner.
Yeah. Progger in the corner.
Yeah, and I was just supposed to build here, so that's why I'm building here.
There's gonna be 3 like houses here at some point.
A little
I
terrace.
marked out where they need to go, and I'm just doing his little thing, like you know.
Little mushroom
ring.
houses, because they got all the mushroom blocks in them. We're fairly slight on resources, really, aren't we? There's not really that much to choose from for this area. I was thinking about bringing a load of clay over to try and use it up, because hardened clay and mycelium may look okay together.
Yeah, I think so too. It would be good with some more materials to choose from.
Yeah, get a few more colours going. But maybe over this section we have a similar building materials, and then in another section of the island we have another style of building materials, and mix it up that way. So there's like several little parts of the town all built by different architects of different styles. Mushroom soup, anybody? Loads of mushroom soup. Can't go wrong. Stroganoff.
It could be a mushroom brewery here.
Oh yeah, like mushroom ale.
Oh yeah, we could suspend a load of mushroom cows from the ceiling.
Yeah.
And just supply loads and loads of bowls for people just to come in and just have a swig of mushroom brew.
Swedish style mushroom sandwich cake.
That's it, mushroom sandwich cake.
Sounds
Sandwich
good.
cake beer.
That works.
Very
But
good.
some of these little detailed areas, that's pretty much how the whole place is going to sort of turn out eventually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be putting the same amount of detail work into just about everywhere, which
I
should
put a lot of detail into stuff.
make the whole place look cool. This
Can't
bridge
show
nearly
myself
catches
up.
me out every time. The little drop zone on the bridge, you go for heading through the middle, and then
Even
there's a
after
drop.
when I built it, I still walked through it.
You still
myself.
fall through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good
I
day.
think there's gonna be a chest space under here as well. Yeah, I've made one too.
Yeah. You got to keep them low to the ground, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
You can actually run straight through this house.
If you jump
That's
it. Yeah.
No, if you just run. It's quite cool.
Yeah, that'll work for me. I just fell straight down it first.
That's
attempt.
worked. Oh no, there it didn't work. I guess I was running on the side a little bit.
On the other side. If you run from the other direction, you probably can make it. Because it'll be a one gap, and that should be
Oh,
easy
this
enough.
worked for me.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
works from
it-
the other direction. Hey, he's down.
I haven't fallen yet.
But then you just do a little jump and you bang your head on the mushroom and away you go. Easy through. So while we got attack and defensive attack and defense locations around here, places of interest are just going to be that we're going to have a few random chest loots in the houses and things like that. So you go and loot the village over there, head on out to the Church of Swedish Cake and go and get some loot from over there. Because this is the start point, isn't it? This dome-like structure being built.
Over here is where I was saying about the wolves that are taken from the end of Bioshock Infinite, the end
of the
game.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much going to be like a maze of wolves going out, say, probably... See where the red mushroom is over there, the very last one to your left? Probably as far as that in the water. Just a section of wolves. Probably a lighthouse in here too.
Maybe have a high density of traps and chests around it.
That would be quite nice considering that mobs can spawn there in that biome.
Yeah. So you start here and you could just go, right, I'm going to head over. Which way am I going to go? Which way am I going to go? I go to the centre, grab some chests, or go running back into the maze of traps and treasure and hope that I can survive long enough. It'd have to be the sort of place where the environment will kill you more than the players will, so it's a danger to go in there, but some decent loot can go in there, or more chance of getting decent loot in there.
Yeah.
Whereas...
Because I have to balance it out some...
Yeah.
In some sense, I guess, so... Guess it would be more rewarding to go that way if anyone decides to do that.
Like 5 hidden chests as opposed to 2 hidden chests in the village and 1 hidden chest in the church and things like that.
Yeah.
And then there's also lots of little ways that you could fall down and out of it, and it's a maze, so you might get stuck in it. All sorts of things could go on. A little lava trap somewhere here and there. Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe a couple of cobwebs if we can go Silk Touch.
Well, we know Peddy's got the Silk Touch ability to get the cobwebs because of his little challenge. So that should be alright. He may even have a few cobwebs left over. Who knows?
Cobwebs in his drawers.
Just cobwebs. And Peddy is German, so he's probably got cobwebs in his wallet. So.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. I'm quite liking the height of this castle, though. I think that's about as high as I want to make it. I don't want it too big. Got to do some rubble coming off it. Because of the walls breaking down.
Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good, the shape of it as well, and the height. You can tell where it is by looking at it. It's very well made. It's a fortification of the mountainside.
It's a fortification, yes.
Just to keep the Swedes out.
I'm wondering if I should do a side-on tower falling down the side. Try and do a side-on looking tower.
Like Caerphilly Castle.
Caerphilly Castle? Don't know that one.
Yeah. I'll show you later.
He's maybe thinking of a wizard castle now.
No, there's a local castle to me that's got one of its towers at like a 75-degree angle thing going on. It's really weird. Because it's falling down.
I was thinking of actually having a tower that had fallen down completely, but almost in a hole. Instead of crumbling to pieces, it just sort of fell off and fell down, and then just come down this side here, just somewhere. Like the end of this building has fallen off and just laid on the floor like a big cylinder to walk through. I suppose it's doable.
It's very doable.
It's just making it look right.
I like the water area too.
The latrines, the way in.
Just where the human excrement comes out of the castle.
Yeah, if there was a way of making mushrooms flow out, like a dispenser at the top with mushrooms flowing down it, and then a hopper at the bottom picking the mushrooms up when it lands, sending them back up and around again. So little floating bits of mushroom poo.
Yeah, that should be working.
It should.
You would need like a lot of it so people don't pick everything up, though.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. Like, it would look a lot like poop.
Oh, it just went straight down there. Oh, there it is. It's just poo plopping. Oh look! Oh, that bowl of mushroom stew didn't agree with him. Down it comes. Plop 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 plop. You just fill up people's inventories with useless junk as they're coming past, like all sorts of stuff that they don't actually want. That's coming out of the castle, just constantly flowing.
What if you like rename some items, like
just rename some items, call it poo?
Yeah, we would just need a few stacks of it, and then it shouldn't be that much.
We could also filter it from the random chest thing. So if anyone's left with it at the end, we could have them dump it into a chest, and it will automatically filter itself back into the system, because it would be the item names would stack. So it would go back into the system where nothing else could. You could block it. So only an item with that name goes in. Some steak that say really large turds. Some mushrooms that says little squitty turds. And some bowls of soup which says diarrhea.
Mike's spinning really fast.
You are spinning round and round and round.
It's the soup.
It's the soup.
It's making my hair go funny.
Well, we are going to continue doing a little bit more building over this next week. I'm sure you'll see videos from Octa and Juicy on the subject very soon as well. So a little VISOCraft update video as to where we are right now. A little bit of fun with the guys. And I will possibly be doing some building on camera next episode. I've got to come up with exactly where. Normally I do all my building off camera because it's... Thank you. Chicken diarrhea at me. Because most of the time I spend ages just placing blocks and moving blocks and hacking a block and placing a block. I'm sure I've said this before, viewers, but this week was no exception. I've spent ages just placing blocks and removing blocks and putting blocks back again. Next week I'm going to try and get something to build with you guys so you can see how it's done, how it's building. Maybe I'll be joined by these two reprobates again. I don't know. We shall see. Until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching another episode on the VISOCraft server. So bye, guys.
Peace. Bye.